Hi everyone, Kevin Ikov here from Kevin Ikov Ministries. Today I'm answering some questions that a fellow subscriber had sent to me, and I'm just going to read them. You mentioned in one of your videos you do use prayer in your daily spiritual practice. I thought you only meditated. Can you elaborate on how you incorporate prayer into your spiritual practice? And maybe it would be interesting for you to talk about how many people go about prayer in the wrong way and how to fix that effectively. First, let me talk about something with meditation. With meditation, and I often talk about focused meditation, meditation at the third eye center. I will often mention in seeing a god or goddess or Jesus or Krishna in that third eye. When you focus your attention on that, you will become very devoted and become a very devotional practitioner. However, that doesn't necessarily help you get to the divine. It's when you start focusing on that formless of the divine that you will reach the divinity, because the divine is formless. There's no form to it. It's a formless form, if that makes any kind of sense. As far as prayer and how I've used prayer throughout my practice, I started with prayer at the table. That's the easiest way. And I started my children off very early, very young, with very simple prayer that they could each do their own. Very simple little prayers about over the food. Because we should often be thankful for what we have received in life. And food is the most basic thing that you can pray for. You can pray for the water, you can pray for the food, you can pray for your housing and shelter, because these are the three most basic things, and air itself. These are the most basic things in life, and you can pray for those things. You can ask Heavenly Father, and this is the easiest way to do it. Heavenly Father, I ask you to give blessing over this food, allow this food to have energy to sustain me, make me feel well, allow me to have good shelter, allow me to be able to drink good sustaining water, and allow the air that I breathe to be pure and help sustain my cells and help motivate me in life and move me to the spiritual realm I wish to go to. Heavenly Father, I pray to you. And there are some videos on here already made about my prayers with the food. And you can find them. They're in here. You have to look for them. The first thing I ever started with was yoga nidra and progressive relaxation. I made 6 videos, some of them 45 minutes, some of them almost an hour. I explain it. I try and talk about having an intention to move you along, and hardly anybody's ever even viewed those videos. Those videos were there to help you gain entrance into something outside of yourself, and at least help start developing that spiritual path. Prayer, and I've done tons of prayer with prayer beads. Puja, they call it puja. I've done tons of abhishekams. I've done tons of prayer where you're throwing special vibhutis and special ash into a fire pit to the god. And there's all kinds of prayers and things that you can do that will bring something to you. But the most powerful prayer that you can do is meditation. Meditation is the highest form of prayer that there is. So don't think that meditation isn't a prayer. Meditation is the inner prayer to your own self, to the divinity that lies within the self. That is the prayer. You are closing your eyes. You are focusing on the unseen, the unknown, the formless. And when you focus on that, and you say, well, how can I focus on a formless thing? Water's formless. Air is formless. Light is formless. These are things you are focusing on that have no form. Because you could say, well, what about water? Water seeks its own level. Water is formless, and it's the most greatest solvent probably in the universe. And it cuts rock, it cuts things out. That's how you have the Grand Canyon, is all from water. Water is very, very powerful. Think about that formless form of water. And there's high energy there. Water nourishes the body. Water sustains the body. Develop prayers around water if you want to develop prayer. If you want to bring prayer into your life, you can do it around the things that you eat, drink, and what you breathe. They're the most important ones, and your shelter. They're the most important ones to pray for. Nothing else. You're not praying for cars. You're not praying for all kinds of other things. You're not praying for peace. You're not praying. None of that. You are praying for your own sustainability so you can continue on the face of this earth to develop further in your spiritual practice. Because the longer you stay here in this body, the more of a chance you have of getting rid of many, many things that are wrong. You're here for your lessons. And your lessons, and you'll know your own lessons. They come about again and again and again all the time. Some people have little short lessons and they move on to another lesson. Some people have long lessons that they last their whole entire life. And some of them never get them. Some of them, the lesson's there when they die. They're going to have to come back and repeat it. So you are going to work with the prayers to develop your own inner self. And so hopefully this gives some level of understanding to prayer and what it means to have prayer. And like I said, there's prayers already on here that you can learn that I did an earlier video over food. And I know it's over food. And I do one in which I even show you when you're making the food how to infuse prayer into the food. And I can tell you, because I've cooked for gurus, when you do those prayers and you infuse those prayers into the food, they will feel it. I've had gurus ask me, what did you do here? What did you do, Kevin? What did you do? They knew I said the prayers into the food. They could feel those prayers. You can feel prayers. I've said prayers at my own dinner table with someone sitting across from me, didn't even know me. But they were invited to my house, and they would say, I could feel that. I could feel that. You saying daily prayers that way, and there's a certain way to do it. Look up my videos. Look for them. They're on there. The prayers are on there. They're already out there. You look for them. And hopefully you'll learn how to pray in an effective way. But I showed you the most basic form. All you have to say is ask Heavenly Father. Heavenly Father, please, this food is wonderful. As your servant, I accept with grace. Thank you for supplying this food. It doesn't have to be out of a book or anything special or long or something you don't understand. You want it to be heartfelt inside. You want it to, so when you feel it, you want to feel those tingles inside your own self when you say the prayer, so that you're feeling your own divinity. Bring that energy into the food and what you're doing. And with that being said, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. I wish you a lot of happiness. Jai Bhagwan, Namaste. May you see the light within yourself and within all others.